Man, what's up? What it do, y'all? Y'all shit. Your boy is back at it with another video. And in today's video, y'all gonna just learn about my bike life journey for real, for real. I'm gonna teach y'all how I got into bike life, how long I've been riding the bikes, my favorite bikes, blah blah blah, how I worked my way up to where I am now. I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all a cool little breakdown. And for those of y'all who haven't seen, go check out yesterday's video. And that's just a little video for all my new subscribers, letting y'all know what y'all can expect from the channel, these up and coming months, our goals, and all of that. But further ado, man, let's go ahead and get into this video about how I got into bike life and my journey. So for real, growing up, I always had a desire for bikes, had a passion for them. It started off with bicycles. Probably started riding bicycles when I was like 5, and then I believe my first motorized bike was probably I know it was a 50cc pocket bike that my mom and my dad had got me and my brother one. We both had one. It was like a 50cc Chinese pocket bike, and them Jones was just cool. We got them Jones when we was probably like 12, I think. I think we was like in the 5th grade. It was like 5th grade summer or something like that. We were somewhere right around there at the end of elementary school. We got our first pocket bikes, which I don't even really consider that a real bike for real, but it is a bike. It's a motorized bike, so I'm gonna go ahead and I guess that's what I could call that my first bike. And unfortunately, them Jones got stolen. I think, yeah, we probably had them Jones for like a year or two, and somebody stole them Jones. We was lacking. I ain't gonna hold you. It was our first bikes. We was lacking. Somebody ran in our garage and stole them Jones. We used to be asking. We was still some babies. We was kids for real, so we ain't really know. Yeah, so make sure you gotta keep your bike secure wherever you parking it. Keep that Jones secure. Block it up or something. But yeah, and then after that, I definitely took a little break in the bike life scene, and I didn't end up getting another bike until I was actually, my brother, he had saved up his money and he got a CRF 100. It was like a 100 4-stroke CRF. We got that jump when we was probably like 16. I would say like 16. We was in high school at this point, and we grabbed that jump. And that was the bike I really learned how. That joint had the clutch on it, so I really learned how to ride a manual bike with the clutch and the gears and all that. And that was the first bike I rode on. I actually, I didn't even know how to ride when we got that jump. I know my brother, he was the one who got it, so he told me he has like looked up a bunch of YouTube videos, and then the person he went with, who did he go with? Jason. It was one of my mom's ex-boyfriends at the time, Jason. Shout out to Jason, because you just like helped us get our bike life journey up and started for real with that bike. And I remember coming home one day, I didn't even expect to see a bike at home. And Shane, he was outside with the bike. It was probably like 8 o'clock. I remember this day vividly. It was like 8 o'clock at night. Yeah, we was like 16 years old. I had just got back home, and then Shane was already riding it. I was like, oh yeah, bro, let me hop on that jump. And I didn't know what I was doing. It was my first time ever being on a bike for real, and he was just telling me what everything do. He was like, yeah, this the clutch right here, this the gas, and this how you change gears. And he was like, yeah, you just go after that. You just go. So then I was like, all right, shit. So he told me, he just gave me a quick little breakdown. Probably took him like a couple minutes to give me the quick little breakdown, and I didn't even really know what I was doing for real. And I lied to you not, y'all. The very first time I rode or took off on the bike, I did a wheelie, bro. What I did was, because he just told me what the clutch was and what the gas was, I didn't know to let off slow or not. So I just was hitting the gas, and I just popped the clutch just like that. The jump had came up on me, and then I came back down. I looked back at Shane, and I just kept going type shit. And I ain't even want to stop after that. I like started changing the gears. I was cool with changing all the gears and all that. I was like, all right, that jump was just scary. I was nicked too, like my feet. But you know, when you first do a wheelie, you get scared. You open up your legs and stuff. I did all of that, and then I just kept going. And I was like, all right, this jump was just cool. And I'm just going through the gears. I go to the next neighborhood over type shit, and then go over there, and I had end up stopping, bro. And I ain't even gonna lie to you. I don't know if I told Shane or not, but I dropped that bike. I dropped that bike. The second time I had came to the stop, and it was time to get going again in first gear. I did the same thing, pop that joint up. But this time I went too far back, and I had to let her go, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't know what was going on. I was like, oh, what's good? And then the third time I was nicked. I was like, man, I don't know why this bike just did that. So the third time I was nicked. So I naturally just did everything slow that time. And that's what I didn't know. You gotta do everything nice and slow. So that's what I did the third time. And for real, y'all, that's how I learned how to ride. Just like that, I went back in the house. Me and Shane, we went back in the house that night to start watching endless YouTube videos, how to ride a dirt bike, how to do this, how to do that. And that's for real how to learn. I learned how to ride within the next day, man. I had that jump down packed. We was on moves with that jump. We was having some fun with that jump. And for real, that was like the start of my bike life journey, for real. And then after that, probably go like another year or two later, we graduate high school. We rocked out with that bike for a little minute. I ain't even gonna hold you. I think Shane probably had that jump for like a year or two. We rocked out with that jump, and then I think right when I turned probably like 18 was when when I for real got my first bike. I think I had I thought it was my 400 was my next bike, but it was actually a TTR. A TTR 125. My boy B Series helped me grab that. Shout out to B Series. He was a big help in my bike life journey. I had somebody who gave me the ropes on like working on them, and any questions I had, I always could go to somebody and ask about the questions, what I needed to know. So that was cool too. Having people in your circle is always a cool help. That helped me out a lot. But yeah, I had got a TTR 125, and that bike I was really outside. At this point, I was moved out of my folks' house, so I was on my own, living on my own with a couple of my friends and my brothers and stuff. So we was having fun on the TTR too. I was outside on that jump. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I was outside. I put a bunch of hours. I probably put more hours on the TTR than the first bike, the CRF. But that jump was a trail bike. They both was trail bikes, actually. They both was trail bikes, so them jumps wasn't race bikes. They was air-cooled, so they was a little bit slower than the other bikes. But, yeah, them jumps was cool. I think those two bikes right there, the TTR 125 or CRF 100, those are definitely cool bikes that you can learn on, you can jump on and learn on. Those are great bikes to learn on. You're going to outgrow it pretty quick, but starting off, that's a cool bike to learn on. I definitely recommend people learn on one of them jumps, for real. And then after that, we had sold that jump, and then it was time to get something else. And then yeah, I had got a 400. 400 was like my first big boy bike, for real. The 400 was the first big boy bike, and yeah, I actually went a bunch of years in my bike life career, I would say, or journey, before I even started wheeling. I really ain't know nothing about wheeling, because my first couple of years I was like a solo dolo rider. I'd just be outside just doing my thing, adventurous, riding around, having fun, for real, finding different little spots. And it probably wasn't until probably 4 or 5 years into my bike life journey that I actually learned how to wheelie. I remember I had moved out Greenbelt. Shout out to Willie Kwan. He the first person I met that was actually doing wheelies, for real. I was just riding my 400 one day, and I ran into bro at the park, and I think he was on like I think it was like a YZ85 or something like that, or KX100. It was something like KX85, something small. It's like a little smaller bike, and I was on this big 400, and I actually had got bagged by 12 that day, man. 12 had pushed up on us at the park. Luckily, I still got to keep my bike and ride that jump home. He just gave me a cool little ticket because we was inside the park, and I had that big ass 400. That jump had a little decompression lever you had to use to kick the jump and start it up. That jump took me forever to get started. As soon as 12 pulled up, I knew I was bagged. So luckily I was able to talk my way out of that jump. But shout out to Willie Kwan. He actually one of one of the reasons for real that I learned how to wheelie for real. He was teaching me some couple cool little tips and tricks there, and I probably met bro like I would say that was probably like 5 years ago. Yeah, 5 years ago. I'm 26 now, so yeah, I ain't start practicing my wheelies until I was like 21. Yeah, and then once I got that 400, I sold that junk and I started cycling through bikes, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. In the total of my 10 years of riding bikes for real, riding bikes for real heavy, I probably had over, no cap, y'all, over 25 bikes for real, for real. I had over 25 dirt bikes and motorcycles and all of that. Probably more than that, probably closer to 50, but I know it was at least 25. One day I'm gonna count them all out and see exactly what that number was. But then that's when I started practicing wheeling. And once I came out Greenbelt on this side of the town, I started meeting a bunch of people. There was a couple of little wheelie spots over here that I had found. And yeah, I started practicing my wheelies. I actually started practicing on the CRF 150. I had downgraded. I love big bikes, so I was riding all big bikes. I had the 400, I had 450s, and I was just learning how to ride. And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna grab this 150 and actually practice wheeling. And I practice my wheeling. I make another video for y'all that on how to practice wheeling too, how to start your wheelie session. But yeah, so I practiced wheeling on the 150. And man, then after I got it down packed on the 150, I went and grabbed me a 450, little CRF 450, man, and I was going crazy on the 450s, man. I love the 450s. You got so much power to play with. You just smack the throttle, that thing coming up, any gear, that junk coming up, all willy-nilly and stuff, man. That's why I like the 450s. You got a bunch of power to play with, so you get that junk up there and say that junk coming down. You hit the brake too hard, they coming down a lot. You just smack that jump again, they come right back up. But and that's for real how I learned how to really was on the 150, and I just kept practicing. I would practice for like at least an hour. I would try to do an hour a day, and at least like 3 to 5 times a week. I just go outside, practice, go to the field, practice. And even if it was just for 30 minutes, I'd go outside for 30 minutes, practice, bring the bike back inside. And yeah, and then started recording myself. That helped me out a lot, recording myself, seeing how high up I got and all that. And 10 years in now, y'all, your boy about to be in a whole TV show on Amazon, you feel me? Yeah, Alex Cross, make sure y'all check that joint out. They said sometime in the fall time that joint should come out. It's going to be on Amazon Prime, Alex Cross. Very first scene, you're going to see me with a whole bunch of other DC Bike Life niggas, Nationwide Bike Life. He was out in the video too, or the shoot too. And we was looking sweet. I can't wait till that junk come out. That's gonna be like the best. They had a $50,000 camera out there attached to a Benz, just recording us. They blocked off the road. I got a video describing that experience too, so go check that out. But yeah, they had feds blocked off a whole street for us, and we just out there going crazy for like we was out there for a couple hours for real. But that was a cool little experience, and I'm even thinking about trying to find some more jobs like that. They even did tell me that it's an app I could go and look for different auditions or opportunities to be a stuntman. And I even made $1,500 that day just from riding, doing some wheelies for a couple hours, man. So that's some stuff that I'm really going to try to start getting into these next couple of years for real. I'm going to try to start locking in some more contracts or deals or whatever gigs for real that you can do with these bikes. I did the Amazon shoot on this bike for real. I ended up selling this bike to my boy. This not even my bike no more. This little G with the 30. This his jump right here. So this one we hopefully we can get this jump running in the morning, y'all. We gonna head up to Hazer and grab the we just gotta get the chain adjustment block to throw on there, and then we gonna bring her back outside. You feel me? So but yeah, y'all, that's for real how I got into bike life, how I started. And how it's going for real, man. Bike life done changed my life, y'all. I can't even explain to y'all like what everything that I've been learning with the bikes, the passion I built, the friends, the bonds, man. It's just unexplainable. It's actually probably one of the best things I done got into in my life for real. And I'm gonna keep pushing with it. I'm gonna keep grinding with it. I'm gonna keep trying to have fun with it, make more content with y'all, and make some more money with these jumps. I already be buying and selling the bikes, but I'm gonna try to turn it into a real business where I'm making some real money to the point where shit, corporate America gonna have to respect what I got going on. That's how big I plan on getting bike life, man. Really trying to do some things with it. Start hosting events, and yeah, y'all gonna see. Make sure y'all stay tuned and stick with your boy for the journey. Share this video, hit the like button, and let me know what y'all want to see next, man. Probably in tomorrow's video, I'll probably give y'all some tips and some tricks on which y'all should do for any beginners out here who's not yet in bike life but isn't interested. Let me know if y'all want that video. I definitely drop that. Hopefully tomorrow we could get some outside action. We could get the 250 up and running, and we can make some content with this jump. I still haven't made a top speed video on this jump, so we definitely gonna try to get that one out to y'all. But yeah, y'all, I got a lot of things in store for the channel, and I'm gonna keep dropping every day, man. I told y'all I'm gonna stick to my word. I'm gonna drop every day, and even if it's some small talk like this. But let me know what y'all want to know, what kind of content y'all want to post. If y'all got any specific videos y'all want, let me know, y'all, because I'm gonna need some help with these ideas. I got some stuff in the store for y'all, but man, make sure y'all stay tuned. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, man. God bless y'all. Twin Culture, we out, baby.